Hello YouTube, it's your boy the Crazy Trader, and I'm here again with your favorite stock review, and I'm here to talk about my favorite stock. And you guys know what my favorite stock is, IVR, like I always say. It's been my favorite stock from like 2 years ago. Ever since I saw it, I've been on this stock over and over again. I'm down, but I am not out yet. Okay, so we're going to talk about that stock today, and I'm going to tell you the dates that I think you should watch out for, and there's one particular reason that I want to talk about IVR today. Okay, so just keep on and listen. Okay, I just going to talk about that. I'm not going to waste too much of your time. Give me 5 minutes of your time, and I'll explain this reason to you why I keep a hold on this stock. Let's go dive right in. Today my portfolio did really well. Not just today, but I think the past week my portfolio has done really well, and which is really strange. You can see the past week I'm up 1200, which is really strange. I've really not done anything apart from do one or two options. Where some did turn out well. I was just playing a lotto on the earnings of some of the stocks. Some turned out well, some turned out bad. I don't really mind, but I'm doing really good for the past week. 1200 up, and that's pretty good. Now let's dive right into IVR. Invesco Mortgage Capital. We've talked about this stock over and over again. I myself personally have 3,000 shares of this stock. 3,000. Okay, and that's the biggest shares I hold in any stock. 3,000 of them, and that's the most invested. I'm down $3,000. Whoosh! That's a lot of money, isn't it? But I don't really mind, because I'm making about how much? About 250, 280 every quarter, and I believe the stock is going to do really well personally, so I'm not panicking at all. You can see my average cost 370. I personally wish I could send this down a little bit, because if I get some more money, I'm going to invest into it so I can send my average down to like 2 something, like 290, which will be very, heartwarming for me, okay, personally. So if you're not in this yet, you'll be buying it at a bargain. I bought it at 370. I'm still holding. Someone might say, oh, he's bag holding. I don't believe I'm bag holding. It's giving me dividends. I'm reinvesting the dividends. I'm really happy about this stock, okay. If it remains the same for the next 10 years, I know I'm still going to make some money, a lot of money out of it, so I don't really mind. Now let's dive right into the reason why I want to talk about this stock. Earnings date is coming. IVR earnings date, okay. So earnings of IVR is February 17th, and I want you to keep that in mind. February 17th, that's next week Thursday. Whether they beat their earnings or they don't beat their earnings, I don't know what is going to happen, but if they beat it, people don't like slow growth. People really want 1,000%, 2,000% in a week or two. So if they beat it, I don't know what is going to happen. I don't know whether the retail investors are going to come back in, or they're going to stay out and be chasing up after all the other meme stocks, but that's fine with me. But I will show you something that is eye-opening. Some people are not looking at certain things that I just want to show you. When the stocks start flying and it's $7, $8, $10, you see all the fools who say, oh, I caught it at $2, I caught it at $3. Remember who has been supporting this stock for a very long time, okay? I have been doing that, and I believe in this stock. It's giving me dividends. I'm reinvesting those dividends, some in IVR, some in other stocks. So I'm very happy about it. So keep this date in mind. February 17th, any IVR holder, and I know a lot of you who follow me are IVR holders, so February 17th, I think they are going to do pretty good with their earnings, so keep that date in mind. And now let's go into something that I personally have been watching for a while, but I've been keeping an eye on it, okay. I don't talk about it too much. I've been keeping an eye on it. I haven't seen all the updates on what is happening, but the few that have come, I want to share with you guys. Okay, institutional ownership, and you guys know that I love my institutional ownership, and I always advocate for 50+1, and this is 54%, which is pretty good for IVR. So let's go down into the institutions who are holding it. What did they do in the last quarter? That's what we are all asking. What are the institutions? What did they do in the last quarter? Were they selling it? Were they selling IVR? Why did IVR drop? Who are the people selling IVR? Is it the retail investors, or is it the institutional investors? But most of these have not been updated. Most of these are still in the third quarter. The few that are in the fourth quarter, I'm just on the first page. I'm not going to go too far because I just want 5 minutes of your time. First page, okay, Myra Asset Global. Okay, so this has been updated. You can see December 31st, 2021. What did they do? They bought 5 million more shares of IVR. That's 222% of their previous holdings. Now let's go to another one that is updated, Northern Trust Corporation. That's December 31st. What did they do? They bought 259,000 shares. That's 8% of their already existing, holdings. And now we go down to Principal Financial Group, December 31st. They bought 100,000 shares, 102,000 shares. That's 5% of their previous holdings. Vanek and Associates, they bought 90,000 shares. Okay, that's also 4% of their previous holdings. I don't see any in the first page. Okay, in the first page of the institutional ownership, I don't see any institutions selling. So if you see the drop, it's mostly retail traders who are running away from the stock. The institutions, and that's what they are doing. They are keeping it at the low, so that when the retail traders leave, they'll all pounce back in at the low. By the time you get in, they've already settled the foundation, and whatever they want to do now is up to them. If they want to rug pull you, or it's up to them if they want to send the stock higher. So please don't leave. That's all the message I have for you. And when I get the updates for these, I'll share it with you guys. Anyways, let's go back, and the stock is trading at 268, and in the past week it's done pretty good, which is 2%. It had a low of 254 in the past week, and now it had a high of let's say 273, 274. Okay, and now it's trading as 268, which is pretty decent. I'm thinking it's going to trade all the way to the 270s, 270, 260s till the earnings come up, and then we see what happens after the earnings. If they beat their earnings, they're going to go up a little higher. If they don't beat their earnings, they're going to come down a little lower. So not to waste too much of your time. Like I always say, scared money don't make no money, and you always got to risk it to get the biscuit. I'm out of your hair. Stay safe and stay blessed. Peace.